Hey friends! Snowy day here in Philly, so gonna do some crafting. I got my kitty cat friend in the window hanging out. So if you know me, I love a storage moment. I love a storage box. I love a storage journal. I love to create things that are usable. So I love a journal, but like how many journals do we need, right? How many can we work in one time? So I love to create things that you can use things and um, use them like a journal. I mean, like these are things we would use to make a journal, but I don't need a journal, but I still love this book. I would love to use it in some way. So I've been playing around and making these like kind of accordion style folders. Again, I love a storage moment. So in this case, what you can do is break down a little golden book and just create kind of like an accordion book, and then you can do some storage in it. So in this case, I broke it down and it does have some of the papers. I did some fussy cutting, and I have some fussy cutting from this book in here. I was able to save the spine, so there's some of the spine that's left. I did glue a piece of it back onto the book here, and then you can make them as wide or as big as you want. So this is just like a 4-fold, but you could make this even bigger, so the accordion's even larger. So let's do that. I'm going to do this with you. Again, you can decorate them, junk them up. You know me, I love a little junky moment. So you could add a charm if you want. And then the idea is that these can then be just folders. They're just folders now. They're storage folders. So get yourself a little storage box, pop it in there, and then what you can have is like multiple what is going on here? Too much stuff. Already too much stuff in my box. My spoon ladies are falling out. Don't you love these girls? Hey, y'all. Oh, love my ladies. Lucy girls. So then what you can do is you can take a box and you can have multiple of these, and then they can become storage folders. And then they're junky, they're funky, they're creative. So when I'm pulling my stuff out, I'm enjoying pulling out my folders. I'm enjoying looking at my ephemera because I've made such a fun little folder to hold things in. And then these could be envelope holders. Maybe you can keep these on your desk and you need a place to store some things. This would be great. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut off the front, cut off the back. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife or a razor, whatever this is. What is this? A razor blade. I'm going to go right down the side. I'm going to do it really gently, really clean. I want the edges to be nice because I'm not really decorating the edge. Okay? I'm going to do that. All right, so I've cut away the front. I've cut away the back. These are now going to perfectly match, and they'll be our accordion openings. And then I have this. So this is a newer book. These are a little easier to pull off. I'm going to do that. And again, I don't really have any purpose for it, but I don't want to throw it away. So I'm going to hold this to the side, and then I have the rest of these papers. And what you want to do, in this case, I'll probably do some fussy cutting. This is a newer book, so I don't really care about preserving so much. And then I can just cut away what I don't want. I can put them in a fussy cut folder. I can, whatever you want to choose to store in here is up to you. So if you wanted to store your storybook pages, that's fine. The next thing you want to do is grab some paper. I'm going to put those side pages to the side. And in this case, I'm going to find some colors that kind of match. So I do see some red in here. I'm going to grab a red piece of paper. This is a 12 by 12, and I'm going to grab some blue, I think. And I'm going to make my folders on the inside these colors. So this is pretty simple too. So what we need is a bottom. So I'm just going to fold a piece of paper, maybe about that. And what is this? About 2 inches. And I'm going to measure it to this book. And I'm going to cut a piece out. Okay? I'm going to do that. Okay. So this is like just maybe 1/8 of an inch smaller than the width of this book. And it's about 2 inches wide. And this is the accordion. This is going to be the base. This is what we're going to glue into the bottom here. And it will make it so our book stays together this way. And now we're going to make the accordion side pieces. This is super easy. I think what I'm going to do is blue for the side pieces, and I'll do red for my inner pieces. So I'm going to do the side pieces, and I'll show you what those are. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is took that 12 by 12 paper, and this is about 1 inch, and I made an accordion. Fold it back and forth, back and forth. So you fold it, fold it, fold it. And what you have is this long piece. There's 1, 2, I folded it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times maybe. I'm going to now cut this in half. Just going to fold it in half and do a cut. Okay, what I have now is 2 accordion pieces. And what I'm going to do is glue these into here. And this is going to be creating our little accordion fold. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. All right, I think I'll show you how to do this. So I've got one side in. I'm just gluing, got to make sure, one end. You see that? So this flat edge is glued onto this side is glued in here, and that's the only thing I'm gluing, so it stays like an accordion. All right, so same thing. Gonna put some glue right here on the bottom on this side, and on this side. And then I'm gonna slide that puppy in here, and I'm just gonna hold it, and we'll be back. So while this is drying, I'm going to go and cut pages to cover the inside of this, and I'm going to use red. I lied. I'm not cutting pages. What I'm going to do is this, because I want to attach a ribbon to the top for a tie. So what I'm going to do is cut some ribbon, maybe, yep, and glue that down the center. And then what I'm going to do is glue this to some paper, and then I'll cut it away. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so what I did was glued this ribbon between this paper and the board. And then what I'm going to do is just cut it away, and I'll do this for both sides. Okay, so what you should have is a front and a back. They should be lined, and you should have a ribbon between them. And then what you should also have is this piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece. You're going to glue one side to here, the other side to here, and then what happens is it creates this little accordion folder. All right, so I'll do that, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we are put together. So what I have here, I have my ribbon that I put between the 2 layers as my closure. Now when I open it, I have this fun accordion style book. And then what would I use it for? So for instance, I keep my boxes usually on my desk when I journal, and they're kind of like my dump boxes. I love to store some ephemera, so these are some things I knew I wanted to journal with and haven't used yet. So something like this would go right into one of my storage journals. I'll tie it up and I'll throw it in one of my boxes. And again, I think for me, it's about just like creating my space and enjoying my space. So like for me, I can come in and like I enjoy opening up my stuff, and I have like fun little folders that I'm working with, you know, like it's more than just making a journal for me. It's kind of like living a lifestyle, you know. So that's just a fun way. Here's some more fun ephemera that I like to kind of like create storage journals out of things. So this one I did add the little trim to there. You can do that as well. We did save our piece. So I'll probably just pop that back into the storage journal just so I know that it's there to use. And again, y'all, like, I just like to make stuff. So this is just a fun little kind of idea to use up all those little golden books. Maybe you have some that you don't really care too much for. This is a great way to just make a little storage accordion journal, throw your stuff in it, liven up your desk, use your space, use your stuff. I'm all about like using your stuff. Stop saving it. Make some fun things, use it. Last thing is I found a hipper in this box. Let's open it. I got a couple seconds left. Maybe I want to add it to my journal. Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. What is that? I don't even know what that is, y'all. Oh, it's a melon. It's supposed to be a melon. But you know what? He can hang out on the back of my journal. Like, it doesn't need... Again, like, enjoy your space, folks. Like, you live in it. Don't hold it. Don't hoard it. Use it. Have fun with it. Make a storage journal. It's one of my absolute favorite things to do is create a storage space for my things that I love to make. Happy crafting.